This is Democracy Now!, democracynow.org, The War and Peace Report. I'm Amy Goodman. Can the Brooklyn neighborhood of Little Pakistan survive the presidency of Donald Trump? That's the question posed by a new piece in the New Yorker magazine. Writer Jennifer Gonnerman looks in part at the story of Shahid Ali Khan and his family, who are facing possible deportation. For years, they successfully received stays of removal, but this year appears to be different. On July 6th, they have a meeting scheduled at the ICE Enforcement and Removal Field Office. That meeting could determine if the family can stay in the United States. We're joined now by two guests. Mohammed Rafi is founding executive director of Council of People's Organizations, and we're joined by Jennifer Gonnerman, staff writer for the New Yorker magazine, who's written the piece, Fighting for the Immigrants of Little Pakistan. Jennifer, talk about this extremely poignant story of this family who came to this country to save the life of their baby boy.
Right, it's an extraordinary story. The Khans came in 1997, two parents and a baby who was not yet two. The father was a bank manager in Pakistan. He gave up everything because his son was born with a heart defect and needed surgery that couldn't be gotten in Pakistan. He looked into various countries to come to, ultimately got a visa to come to the United States, came to Brooklyn, went from one hospital to another, and ultimately ends up at Mount Sinai. And when his son is 2 years old, he gets open heart surgery there.
Here in New York City.
Exactly, exactly. And then, as a consequence of that surgery, the son ends up suffering a very rare movement disorder in which he's unable to control his limbs, can't eat, can't feed himself, can't walk, needs a feeding tube, wheelchair, and the family has no choice but to stay. So even after their visa runs out, they try to get, an extension, and they stay here and continue to get medical treatment for their son. And over the next years, the son makes terrific progress. He's now walking, though not too steadily. He talks a little bit, not too easy to understand, but his progress has been tremendous. And the family continues to get treated at Mount Sinai and elsewhere.
And they say he will not be able to proceed like this or progress if he is forced out.
His doctors say that the treatment he needs, he's got a number of very complicated and unusual medical conditions, and the support system that he has here, he will not have if he's sent back to Pakistan. I had heard about the family because it's somebody that Mr. Rafi had helped in the past, post 9/11, and somebody he was very proud of helping and being able to stop their deportation many years into the past. And then I happened to be in his office, it was about a week or two ago, finishing up this story for the New Yorker. And suddenly, here comes Mr. Khan, completely despondent, straight from the ICE office, had come to Mr. Rafi's office for help and told us that he was at risk of deportation.
So this is a story, Mohammed Rafi, you've been dealing with for many years. In fact, you have the picture of the little boy when he was very young thanking you for stopping his dad's deportation years ago.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I still remember that day, his son, and he came in and he said, Mohammed, this is what my son made for you. And he brings in this card and it says, thank you. Thank you for bringing my dad back. And, at that time he graduated from elementary school and he really wasn't able to speak as much as Jennifer was saying, but it was just heart-filling that, we were able to save this person.
So what are the chances now? You represent so many in the Pakistani community who come to you for help. July 6th is the day they have to go into the ICE office. Is it the whole family or just Shahid Ali Khan, the father?
No, it's the whole family.
Could be deported after decades here.
After decades of being here. And it is very fearful. We are very concerned. We are working with the attorney, and we're also going to be reaching out to Senator Schumer's office and also Congresswoman Yvette Clarke's office to have their assistance as well. That's what we did in the past, to get the elected officials to also weigh in for this family.
Is the Pakistani community particularly afraid now? I mean, is this as bad as the period after 9/11?
This is bad, and it's actually worse at this moment because the child and the mother were not in deportation proceedings previously. Now they are put into deportation proceedings as well. And it's happening to many families who are been doing routine checks with the immigration officers, and all of a sudden now they're being put into deportation proceedings.
We're going to continue this discussion. Post online at democracynow.org. Mohammed Rafi, founding executive director of Council of Peoples Organizations, community group serving Muslims, Arabs, and South Asians, as well as Jen Gunnerman, will link to your piece in the New Yorker magazine, Fighting for the Immigrants of Little Pakistan. This is Democracy Now! Democracy Now! Is produced by Mike Burke, Dina Guzder, Nermeen Sheikh, Carla Wills, Laura Guttis-Diener, Sam Malkoff, John Hamilton, Rabi Karen, Hani Massoud, Sharina Nadura, Andre Lewis. I'm Amy Goodman. Our website is democracynow.org. You can read, see, watch all the shows at Democracy Now!